the things that I've learned at 21, I feel like are gonna make this a better year, and or are gonna make 22 at least a better year. I feel like I'm very comfortable with who I am, but I am trying to grow into a certain person too. So some of these stuff that I'm going to be talking about are things that I had to learn the hard way. Some of them came easily to me, if that makes sense. But these are just some things I've learned 21, taking them into 22, and we're going to do what it do. 21, boundaries when it comes to relationships, friendships, boundaries with myself is so important because it's letting yourself know that you trust yourself. That's one thing. When you have boundaries, you have to know yourself. You have to trust yourself and know that I'm making the right decision for just me. Like, personally for me, I was a people pleaser. Because bitch, we're not doing that no fucking more. But I was a people pleaser. So me setting boundaries, it felt kind of bad in a way, like, but I had to get to know myself. I feel like once you start to know yourself, set your boundaries, you can go from there. This is for my perfectionism girls, okay? Let me see you, because that's me too. But I had to like remind myself, like, literally just your small efforts make the big ones. For example, like, what's a good example? Like, I'm a writer, for example, so whenever I think about like writing something, I think about like the big picture. I'd be like, damn, this is gonna take so long. But just start small. Write a sentence. Boom. You never know, that sentence could turn into the next, just a page, next 3 pages. You never know. So I really feel like people should implement, especially for my perfectionism people, because that is something I had to learn. Like, my small efforts make big ones. And just, I feel like, with that being said, consistency too. Being consistent in the smallest ways. Like, just do what you need to do in small efforts, because they do make big ones. How many times am I going to say that? It's not my job to make people like me. That is not why I'm here on this earth. I'm here on this earth to live an easy life, live how I want, and not worry if someone else likes me, someone else doesn't. Like, I feel like this is something people know, especially when you're coming to your 20s. You have to know this for sure. If someone does not like you, it is okay. It is not the end of the world. You will still be you. They still gonna be them. Keep it moving, keep it pushing. What more can I say? Being honest with yourself is just, again, knowing who you are. Trusting your intuition. Like, I feel like I'm still trying to like figure out if it's my intuition, my overthinking shit, but most of the time it's my intuition. If I can't, your intuition is literally there to protect you. Your intuition is like, bitch, I am telling you this ain't what it is, but if you keep going with it, you gonna see. You go see. But trust yourself, be honest with yourself, what you like, what you don't like, because you'll get to a certain point in life, if you're not honest with yourself, you'll be in situations, places that don't align with you, and it gets to a point where it'll become draining if you're just not honest with yourself. Sometimes that takes over analyzing yourself, being too self-aware, because bitch, I know I am. I'm sick of this shit. But it is what it is. I've come to this point in my life where I'm able to see, like, reflect back and see, like, I didn't like how that made me feel after. I didn't like how I acted. Like, just, yeah, reflect, be honest. Because, I don't know, why not? Why not? Failure looks different for everyone. For everyone. Not even like failure looks different for everyone, but failure shows up differently. Like, for example, 2021, I was going through it. Mentally going through it. The first beginning of the month, I had like I had 3 deaths happen. 3 deaths. I had one in 2020, one in the beginning of 2021 and then one in like March. So during that time I was going to school. I was in like my 3rd year of college. This is when I started going to university. I went to a community college before I went to university. But anyway, it was a transition that I was not really ready for. With that being said, you know, when you have grieving is like it was a new process to me. So I'm going through that. I'm going through, is what I'm doing in college right, you know? At the time too, I was trying to start a fucking podcast. I'm the type of girl that likes to do everything under the sun, and I'm the type of person that likes to do everything by myself. So one thing I've learned from just last year was, bitch, you failed. What you gonna do with that failure? So meaning, like, what I failed in was I dropped out of school last year, and I'm like, I'm going crazy, y'all. Like, I've been in school all my life, literally all my life. I'm like the token black girl, you know. People come to me like if they need help, all of that. In this semester, this year, I was like failing, and like I did not know how to deal with that. So I'm breaking down. I'm like, yo, I'm a failure. Like, my family's gonna hate me. You know the shit that comes with when you stop going to school, especially if you're in an African household. That's the shit that comes with it, and that's what came with it. And I was just like not mentally not in a space that I've ever been in before. I was over here comparing myself in 2021 to who I was in 2020 and even before that, and that's just something I can't do. Like, life has completely changed, and comparing myself to the previous girl that I was just terrible to myself. But like, with that being said, like, the failures that I had last year within like school, I had you know, conversations with friends that stopped going to school, had conversations with myself, and I had to like remind myself, school will always be there, will always be there. Literally, failure shows up different in every way, but just know, like, you're not a failure. Your failures teach you something. If you keep going, bro, imagine like looking back. I hate to be that person that like looks back 10 years from now on some shit and be like, damn, I should have just picked it back up and learned from my mistake. That's all this life is. I think this one is number 6. Number 6, yeah. And this one is, chaos is fucking addicting. Chaos is so addicting. And I feel like I've only gotten to this point because before 2021, I was in so much chaos. I had too many fucking friends. I was in toxic relationships, which, one thing about toxic relationships, people always think one person is toxic in a relationship. No, bitch, it's both of y'all. That's how relationships work. It's 2 people. But besides that, chaos is addicting. Like, when you get to a state of peacefulness, it's very boring. It's very boring. You're like, all right, not shit going on, bruh. What do I do? And you gonna throw yourself back in some more chaos. At least that's what I did. I almost slipped up last year. I caught myself being in just a state of peace. I kind of was just like getting to know me last year, and it was very peaceful. But at times, like, you know, when you get to like certain like trauma parts, it's like, ooh, But once you get out of chaos, you'll get to a state of peacefulness, and that shit is gonna be very boring. But it's okay. Like, be still within that. Being boring is not bad. It's just, it's literally what it is. It's boredom, and it's okay. I don't want to be in chaos anymore. And like, I really had to get honest with myself, be honest with myself. Like, the things that I were in were not good for me mentally. When you're so used to being in like situations that don't fucking matter, just that don't matter and aren't healthy for you, and when you get out of that, you're like, I asked for this, but this don't feel right. I don't know. That was my experience, and I had to I had to check in with myself and be like, girl, it's okay. You at peace. I had to really implement balancing what I consume and what I create. For the longest, I can consume everything up under the sun, from a YouTube video, from, you know, good YouTube videos to great shows, art on Instagram, cool pictures, whatever, TikToks, all of that. But I had to like be like, girl, if you're creative, what you creating? You consuming all this shit? And I'd be looking at like what people like post and stuff. I'm like, damn, that's something I've thought of. You can still put it out, just have your, I had to like be honest with myself, like, where's the balance between what you consume and create? This ties into my next topic, number 9, embrace modernity, embrace modernism. With that being said, last year, when you're having mental breakdowns, you be wanting to get off the social medias. And I was that girl. I'm in and out on social media, deactivating, deleting the app here and there. I'm like, I was that person last year that was like, no, I need to get off social media. I need to take a break. And that's cool. That's great. I feel like people really should take a break like that. Social media could get to your brain. But one thing I want to teach myself is embrace modernity. Like, do this stuff in moderation, like social media, TV shows, all of that, what you consume in moderation. I got that actually from, I was reading an article, Virgil Abloh had an interview with ID, and I loved what the interview was talking about, but that's something I took from what he said. Embrace modernism, because you never know what could, like, at least within technology, what it could do for your life. Embrace this shit. Because for the longest, like I said, I was the person that was like, I need to get off social media, I need to take a break. And it's because I'm not using social media in the right way. I definitely don't think I am. And that's a point in place I'm trying to get to in my life, where it's not consuming me. I'm not over consuming it. It's a balance. I do what I do on there. I get off. I live my life. I embrace it because I can benefit from it. I really can. You can too. So I say, if you don't already embrace it, embrace it. See it in a different light. See it in a way that could help you. You just have to develop, you know, a healthy mannerism with it. Let me know if you're liking what I'm saying. If you're not, you can click out. Another thing I learned during 2021 is just take this shit day by day. When it comes to some of these topics that I said, like, implement them in your life, but take it day by day, and like, be nice to yourself while you're trying to get to where you want to be. Like, take shit day by day, as in be patient, show gratitude towards the things that are already in your life. Take shit day by day, embrace what's around you, go from there, see what you can do. Like earlier, this ties back, everything's like tying together, full circle moment, but small efforts, this ties to taking shit day by day. Like, do your thing day by day. What's SZA say? I just take this shit day by day. Don't rush. I feel like our generation, we're shown like people that are fucking like millionaires and at 21, 20, 19, and that shit gets to you. Like, for the longest time, I'm over here like, okay, by 24, I'm gonna be a millionaire. What the fuck do I do that's gonna make me a millionaire? As of right now, nothing. But we'll get back to it. This last one, this one was, when I came to this point, I was like, it was like fireworks going off in my head when I told myself, things come to an end. That's something that a lot of people forget. Things come to an end. Whether it be relationships, jobs, so many aspects in your life, things do come to an end. Even good things, bad things, all things will come to an end. Not just like, it's something I had to learn at 21, but before that, I didn't have that wisdom, that knowledge to like know that things come to an end. And that has helped me like move forward within like certain relationships. Like, yo, sometimes this shit will come to an end. Sometimes shit doesn't have to come to an end in a bad way. It doesn't have to come to an end in a good way, but things literally come to an end. Whether it's your life, your job, your relationships. Things come to an end, and it's not a sad reality. It's a... I mean, it could be a sad reality, but I don't see it as being a sad reality. It's just literally reality. So, yeah. I hope you guys like this video. I feel like I was all over the place with it. I'm still very young and I have a lot of shit to learn. But these are things I learned at 21 that I hope that I've already been implementing into the next years of my life. Cause girl, your 20s, they gonna be ghetto, like financial wise, like in the gutter, but mentally it doesn't have to be so bad. It just doesn't. Being very, my 20s are, I'm glad I've gotten to this point in life, cause now I'm like, damn, I'm only 22 thinking like this. What's 30 about to look like? Hope you guys like this video. Let me know, subscribe, comment, do what it do.